Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on True Confessions Naija. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that one of our admin received. The confession reads like this. Hi, Bros Ori. My name is Larato. I'm from South Africa. This is my real story. Please don't judge me until you've heard everything. I didn't grow up rich. In fact, I grew up in a small two-room shack in a township called Kwamule, just outside Durban. It was me, my mother, and my little brother. Life was hard. My mom worked long hours for Indian families, doing laundry and cleaning houses. We ate pap with cabbage most nights. On good days, we had tinned fish. My mom always tired but never gave up on us. I remember her hands were always rough from washing other people's clothes, but her hugs were soft. I tried to study hard in school, hoping for a better future, but where I came from, dreams often stayed dreams. It felt like there was an invisible glass ceiling above our heads. No matter how high we jumped, we couldn't break through. Then came Instagram. A friend of mine introduced me to it. She was traveling, always dressed well. I asked her how she did it. She laughed and said, "Girl, hookups, foreigners, they have money, not like these broke local guys." At first I judged her, but when you go to sleep hungry and wake up to your little brother crying because there's no food, your morals begin to shift. So I joined Instagram fully, started posting nice pictures, and before long, men started messaging me. Some Zimbabweans in construction gave me money here and there. I started looking better, eating better. Then I got that message. It said, "Your smile is magical. Share your world with me and I'll show you mine." I clicked his profile. Exotic cars, first class flights, even a private jet. He was a Nigerian. I won't lie, I thought maybe he's a scammer. But he kept chatting with me, calling me every day, 2-hour phone calls. He would send money via Western Union just so I could go to the spa or do my nails. I told him about my mom's illness and he paid for her to see a private doctor. For the first time in my life, I felt cared for. Then he proposed. He said the only way he could move to South Africa permanently was if we got married. I was scared, but I was also tired of struggling. I said yes. He flew into Johannesburg. I picked him up. I was nervous. He wasn't as flashy as in person. No private jet, just a rented car. But he had a calm, confident energy. He was handsome too. We moved into a small flat in town. That's when things began to change. One night he told me, "There are things I did back in Nigeria. I'm waiting for them to arrive." I thought he meant business equipment or something. But what arrived shook me to my core. A small wooden altar covered in red cloth. It smelled of vinegar. There were bones, tiny bones inside. He sat me down and said, "This is how we are going to be rich." I laughed. I thought it was a joke, but he was serious. He told me he had been arrested in Nigeria during Yahoo scamming days. Before the arrest, he buried his last stash of money in his village. That money was what he'd been spending on me, but it was almost finished. Then came the words I'll never forget. "We need human hair and we need a madman." My heart stopped. I begged him to reconsider. He said no. He told me the hair had to come from someone unsuspecting. The woman would go mad within a year and then pass away. I was sick to my stomach, but I also remembered my brother, my mom, and the life I wanted, so I agreed. I went back to the township where I grew up, to my old salon. I sat there pretending to get my hair done while waiting for an opportunity. And then I saw it, natural hair on the floor from a customer. I quickly picked it up and hid it in my bag. My hands were shaking, my heart was pounding. I ran out, pretending to take a phone call. I returned to our flat, gave him the hair. He smiled and placed it into the altar. Then he told me, "Now the madman." We found the mentally ill man on the N1 highway. We gave him food, talked kindly to him, and lured him into our rented car. He was quiet, confused. He didn't fight. It felt evil. We brought him home. My husband baited him, dressed him up. He wandered around and fat. He wandered around our flat like a zombie. He kept saying he wanted to leave, though he never fought hard. Then my husband said the worst thing I've ever heard. You need to sleep with him while you're on your period. It's part of the ritual. I froze. Right here, he said in our bedroom by the altar, and just before he finishes, I'll take his seed and pour it onto the hair you collected. I wanted to vomit, but he reminded me we were broke 2 months and would be out of money. So I did it. I lay down. My husband kneeled next to me, one hand on my stomach, whispering words I didn't understand. When the moment came, he told me to move. He grabbed the man, aimed his manhood at the altar, and forced the act to finish over the hair. Then we cleaned the man, gave him some food, and drove him far away. I don't know where. I couldn't even look at him. I felt dead inside. But then it happened. That night, my husband ran out of the flat, screaming, "We are rich, we are rich." I followed him. On the driveway was a big travel bag full of money, stacks and stacks of cash, more money than I've ever seen in my life. I started crying, not tears of joy, tears of guilt. I tried to send my mother money. I wanted to buy a house and put my brother's name. My husband said no. The money is not for them, he said. Only you, me, and our future children. You can't help your mother, just like I can't help my poor relatives in Nigeria. I broke down. I begged him. He told me, don't cry. You're not allowed to cry about this money. It's part of the rules. So now, I live in a luxury apartment. I wear designer clothes. I drive a BMW. People think I made it. But the truth is, I cleaned a friend's house and did her laundry just to get 500,000 rounds to send to my sick mother because I couldn't use the ritual money to help her. So yes, I'm a millionaire's wife, but I'm also a prisoner of a secret that haunts me every night. Sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I don't recognize who I've become. If you are listening to this, let this story be a warning. Some doors once opened can never be closed again. Dear listeners, if you have a confession to share, reach out. Your story could save someone's life. The strangest things indeed need to happen in this world of ours. Can you even believe this? Wow.